Okay, we are back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, this is a serious show for a couple reasons. The activist courts. Now, I'm going to have to say some things that are uncomfortable for me. Okay? They're uncomfortable. And the reason why is because I'm going to say, I'm going to have some kind words for, okay? I'm going to have some kind words for Mitch McConnell. All right? Now, let me get that out of the way so, you know, I can not say Mitch McConnell no more than I have to. I'm not happy, you know, if I was giving stars, like if I was rating him, I can only give him like 1.5 star. But the 1.5 star I give him is probably the brightest star I could ask for right now. All right, I'm going somewhere. Now, do you remember all the backlash and everything that was talked about Mitch McConnell for not giving Merrick B. Garland a hearing, a confirmation hearing? Now, Merrick B. Garland was Barack Obama's pick. We had a 4-4 court. Now, I say this jokingly, and I'm just saying this, you know, I'm not into the conspiracy, but realistically, you know, Judge Antonin Scalia, put his picture up there. So Judge Antonin Scalia, which I have his book, and I recommend this, but it's not an easy read. It might be for you, but Scalia's Court, A Legacy of Landmark Opinions and Dissents. Whew. Deep, deep, deep. Okay, college course, all right? So anyhow, Scalia's Court. Now, Antonin Scalia, we had a 5-4 court for the most part. We were sitting on a conservative court. Now, the lower level, if you paid attention, even George H. Bush, Bill Clinton, the courts were stacked. The courts are stacked. The Ninth Circuit, they're stacked with liberals. All right? And we do, from time to time, have a good lower court judge, and you'll see going almost as far back as appointed by Ronald Reagan or George W. Bush, or maybe even George H., but every once in a while. But the Clintons and the Obamas and several before that, and even the Bushes, okay, stacked these courts with liberals. You and I have been so tired of legislating from the bench. Antonin Scalia said he liked his Constitution dead. Okay, it wasn't a living, breathing document. It was dead, and it was to be, the law was to be written or interpreted based on the Constitution as it stands. Anyhow, I'm not going down that road, all right? Remember, he went out to Texas. Antonin Scalia went out to Texas, okay? And he dies. Interestingly, we have a 5-4 court. He dies with a pillow over his head. I'm not saying that jokingly, all right? Wake up next morning, Antonin Scalia is gone, all right? You and I, as conservatives, we're devastated. Now, that's the word I'm going to use. We are devastated. We're in shock. We don't know if we're ever going to get another justice that is going to sit on this bench. We're thinking the bench will never be the same. 5-4. Our court, we got used to saying 5-4, was over. It was 4-4. We had 3 of the biggest whack jobs, okay, in Ruth Bader Ginsburg. They can't stay awake through a session. Elena Kagan, is that her name? Okay. Seems like a nice enough guy. All right. And then we got Justice Sotomayor. Okay. Sotomayor. I know, but I love it. Sotomayor. I can't take credit for that. My sister did that one. So anyhow. So then we have Souter. Okay. Souter looks like a battered husband or something. He's a little guy. He looks like, he's a battered husband. But anyhow, and who did we get Souter from? What, George H. Bush, right? So yeah, well, those are our 4 liberals. Now Kennedy is a toss-up, but then we got Clarence Thomas, and we got John Roberts, that was supposed to be our conservative hero that stabbed us in the back over Obamacare. But, recently, since the threat's been taken off of his family, I'm just saying this, folks. I can't validate it. I just read stuff. You never know. But since, what they had hanging over Roberts' head with Obamacare, he hasn't done bad. And then we got Samuel Alito, okay? So there you go. There's the court, if I have it right. But we had the 4-4. Our nerves are shot. We need the 5-5, right? Could we trust Jeb Bush to give us a 5-4 court? Maybe the other way. So they had their last, that's what they needed, 5-4. The socialists had been waiting, the globalists, the establishment Democrats have been waiting because this was it. I mean, if they could get that 5-4 court, right? So, excuse me, Merrick Garland. Now, what's his name? Mitch McConnell, held up his confirmation hearing. So we had a 5-4 court, and what happened in a lot of the last session's court rulings is a lot of things were 4-4 tie, and that means it kicks the decision back to the lower court. The last deciding court is the decision. So McConnell has the nerve to stop this waiting for a Republican. Because McConnell knows they can fight in the Senate, they can fight in the House, they can fight over everything. But let me tell you something. Supreme Court is gone. We are gone. Finished. Now, I'm a fiscal conservative. I'll talk about debt. I know we have to do something where the entitlements are changed. We have no choice, okay? But realistically, the Supreme Court, if it's gone, is gone. So Mitch McConnell does, and that's the last time, have the nerve to do what he has to do. Now, let's put up this guy here. Now, we don't know, because we were told that candidate Donald Trump would end up being a New York liberal. Well, he's been a New York liberal. He always has been a New York liberal. And when he gets in there, he'll be a New York liberal. And me, myself, I supported Trump from day one, from the time he came down the escalator. Okay? I have always told you, in these elections, please think about the Supreme Court. Please. Because that's the last spot and we're through. So, anyhow, we have a President, Donald J. Trump. And he appoints this guy named Neil Gorsuch. Okay? Neil Gorsuch. So I got a couple pictures. There's Donald Trump and President Trump and Neil Gorsuch. And I have another one there. Just flipping back and forth, Amanda. I appreciate it. So Donald J. Trump gets in, and we're all waiting. What kind of justice will we get appointed? We get Neil Gorsuch. Now, I'm not prepared this morning to come to you and say that Neil Gorsuch is Antonin Scalia. I'm a little cautious on that, right? But the other thing that I have to get the heartburn to say where Mitch McConnell's concerned is we hear about the filibuster of 60, okay? So Neil Gorsuch almost becomes the first Supreme Court nominee to come out without, I mean, he comes out of confirmation. And they are planning to do what they call Bork him, okay? You gotta look that up later. Bork him, okay? Justice Bork, or Judge Bork, Robert Bork, I think his name is. So they're thinking about Borking him, okay? And he goes through the confirmation hearing, and what happens? Mitch McConnell changes the rule for the 51 votes. So he gets 51, he's confirmed. We changed the rule, right? For Neil Gorsuch, because he was going to get Neil on the bench. Now, the last but not least, put up the entire Supreme Court. We are back to a 5-4 court. 5-4 court, okay? We've got like I said here in the picture, it might not be big enough. We got the far left, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which they have to put a mirror underneath her nose from time to time. That's not a joke, to see if she's still breathing, okay? We have Kennedy, supposed to be a conservative, but, you know, he is always that one that we're a little nervous on. We got John Roberts, and, you know, after the threat assessment came off of his family, just saying, I don't know, people. He's doing okay. Got Clarence Thomas, you know, pubic hair Thomas. I'm sorry, Anita Hill. I'm sorry. I can never say that without saying that. Coke. I mean, if you're doing like a trivia game and somebody comes up and you get the next card and it says, and you're doing there and you got the little timer, the sand timer, right? And they turn it over and you got like 30 seconds and the person giving you the clues is like Anita Hill, a Coke, it's like a pyramid, right? With Dick Clark, he's still alive, going back. Anita Hill, Coke, pubic hair. Clarence Thomas, got it. Okay, so we got Clarence. I just had to do that, okay? And then you got Souter over there. Is his name David Souter? Doing this all by memory. Souter is looks like a beaten husband there, a battered husband, abused. Looks a little depressed to me. I think he's a George H. Bush. If you check, I would like for you to see if David Souter is a George H. Bush nominee, Amanda. I just want to be right. Okay, then we have Elena Kagan up there on the top. Up there, which I told you seems like a pretty good guy. Samuel Alito. Now, Samuel Alito, as I think, is George W. Bush's best nominee he ever put on the bench. W. The other one was H. And then you got Soda. Huh? All right, so Souter was put on the court. The liberal judge was put on the court by George H., right? Okay, I thought I was right. And then you got Soda my ass. All right, that's an Obama. Okay, Kagan's an Obama. And then you got Neil Gorsuch. He's not supposed to be there. Merrick Garland's supposed to be there. Now, one more thing on the Supreme Court. We'll move along because I got a lot to do, but this is important. I just think it's an awesome day in America. Abortion and travel ban rulings, this is from the New York Times, are victories for GOP tactics on Gorsuch. Now, let me just say this. The court, we're going to have some more rulings today. We're going to have the union ruling, water wars, okay? The court ruled on gerrymandering cases that actually are going to make it very difficult, okay, for them to bring gerrymandering cases back. Okay, now you remember I have told you for 2 years my nerves have been shot right here. I hope yours have too, and I hope you're alleviated and a little calmer today because I have talked about the Democrat National Redistricting Committee, right? All right, or NDRC, National Democrat Redistricting Committee. Eric Holder, Barack Obama, all the gangs back together. Gerrymandering, if you go to their website, gerrymandering. The Supreme Court ruled on these gerrymandering cases to where it's even going to be much tougher in the future to bring gerrymandering cases much like this to the Supreme Court. Not to go into detail, but that was a win, okay? To me, a 5-4 court on internet sales tax, I think if you got a local business and you walk through the door and mom and pop are, and this is the stories I heard, folks, not the big box stores. I'm talking about mom and pop have a business and they're trying to sell, you know, outdoor equipment and hiking shoes or whatever. And you go up to the register and you got a total $129 and 7% tax or 8% or whatever it is in your area, and you got to pay it because then you get your splost money and you get your 1% this and 1% that they all got tacked on, and they have to pay it, and you instead opt to go to the internet, buy it from somebody that charges no tax. So that one, all right, water wars, okay. the consequences. This is at the New York Times, and this is important why we're talking about this. The consequences of President Trump's nomination of Neil M. Gorsuch to the Supreme Court, consequences, and the Republican blockade of President Barack Obama's nomination for Merrick B. Garland in 2016 for that seat became powerfully clear on Tuesday after the court's conservative majority handed down major decisions upon Mr. Trump's travel ban and in favor of abortion rights opponents. Okay? So we flip over here. I'm just going to do this real quick. I read the articles earlier, and let's see if I can get this to come back up. It's gone into some kind of advertising for it. Supreme Court backs anti-abortion pregnancy centers in free speech case. Okay, the state of California would not allow anti-abortion pregnancy centers to give out information. Okay, damn it, quit closing until I get this. I don't. Ruling for opponents of abortion on free speech grounds. The Supreme Court said on Tuesday that they could. I do not know why this website, I just want this. I read this article just a minute ago, and I don't know why this website will not let me stay on this just for a second. California may not require religious organizations oriented to give out abortion information. I think I don't have that 100%, but like I said, that website keeps going away there. Social conservatives cheered the court's ruling that California law requires crisis pregnancy centers to provide abortion information likely violates First Amendment. So if you went into a crisis pregnancy center that was faith-based in California, you were required to provide abortion information. Some conservatives also viewed the ruling their latest win to advance their anti-abortion cause since Mr. Trump. Now, there's several of those that have been ruled on. So that's a big win. The travel ban, the original travel ban. We know the original travel ban. Put the court back up, please. We know the original travel ban would have been held up in court. That's a big win. We're forgetting Phillips. Now, I know it was a narrow decision, and I actually am not upset and understand what the court did. But the cake baker case in Colorado, okay? Big win, okay? He refused. Now, the florist out in Washington State that did not want to do a floral arrangement for a gay wedding, okay? Same sex. I'm not allowed to say gay. It's LGBTQ. Okay, that the court sent back to Washington State Supreme Court and told the Washington State Supreme Court to look at their ruling that they had just put out in Colorado. So the Washington State Supreme Court is told by the U.S. Supreme Court, hey, we're going to send this case back. We've already heard a case somewhat similar to this, because you got to see in Washington State, the couple that she refused to make a floral arrangement for did not bring any complaint. Did not. I think it was the ACLU or somebody like that went to Washington State. Washington State did that on their own. So they're telling Washington State, that's a win. We got water wars coming up. Atlanta, Alabama. Yes, water wars. The court's going to rule on. We have today, should have out the ruling on unions. Now, we talked about garnishing your pay. The only people that should be allowed to garnish your pay without notification, okay, is the U.S. government, which I don't like it. I don't want to say allowed, but they're allowed. Our laws say that, is the U.S. government, and outside of that, and the state government, and outside of that, a garnishment has to be handed down by the court, with the exception of a union due. If you're not in a right-to-work state, like Illinois, this is going to be a big blow to Illinois, union dues. So instead of saying, okay, going home and, all right, let me pay my electric bill, let me pay my phone bill, let me pay this bill and this bill, oh, I've got to pay my union dues. They know that that may come after food if things get tight around the house. So the unions take it right out of your check up front. Today, I'm hoping the Supreme Court says, no, you have the right to opt out and say you're not taking my dues out of my check. If I want to pay dues, I will do that myself. So Supreme Court, I could go on and on. Now, the last thing, and I got to leave the Supreme Court alone because I don't have but 2 hours, and I got so many other things to do today. Here's the last thing I'm nervous about, folks, because I don't like to talk war, and I don't like to talk civil war, okay? I don't like to. I don't like to talk war or civil war because internal bloodshed in this country is just something we do not want as a nation. But the war is on us, and we must understand the war and understand the battle and what's in front of us. Because I'm telling you, if you think they attacked Sarah Huckabee Sanders, okay? If you think they attacked Stephen Miller, if you would think they attacked Kirstjen Nielsen, if you think they're attacking people all over, if you think the media is doing everything they can to collapse the presidency of the United States and stop people like Scott Pruitt with regulations being cut on a daily basis, if you think that's bad now, wait till you see what they do to this court. Oh yeah, those ladies wearing them hats, I won't say the word, and marching. There's been 2 or 3 things that could open up Roe v. Wade for the next session of the Supreme Court. Absolutely. There's been things happen that they truly do not like, LGBTQ community. They are figuring out how to fight that battle against that Supreme Court. Now, you let something happen to Ruth Bader there, Ginsburg, or you let one of them retire, and which is probably Ginsburg or Kennedy, and you get another 2 picks from Donald Trump. See, 6 more years in that court, Donald Trump gets 2, possibly 3 picks to the Supreme Court. Hey, a 5-4 is nice. A 6-3 is better, right? 7-2. You think we're under attack? Wait, the Supreme Court, because I'm going to play you something in a little bit that tells you exactly what the Democrats see. They're losing the courts. I tell you what, they would rather lose Congress than to lose the courts. I'm your host, BKP. We got to go. We'll come right back. Don't forget, Antonin Scalia, 5-4 court. And it's a happy day in America to me that Neil Gorsuch and Donald J. Trump is president of the United States and Neil Gorsuch is on the Supreme Court. Take us.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Better days ahead. Yellow pollen means green cash at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. The spring savings event is on at Days, and the discounts are deep. Now save up to $11,000 off select new 2018 Chevy Silverados, or up to $6,000 off select new 2018 Equinox. Pick any Chevy you want and save a bunch during the spring savings event going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
What you gonna do with all that junk?